Microsoft Teams and other applications. This is my second session on AirMeet. So I apologize because there were some issues with the connection and getting this session started. So let me not waste more time of you guys, and let me just start off with my session. My name is Venkatesh, and I'm the CEO of Wharf Street Strategies. And currently, I'm in London, and I'm an innovator in the UK right now. So Wharf Street Strategies basically is a service-based company, and we started with two services in the start. But however, we've scaled to like 12 services, and we provide end-to-end enterprise services at the moment. And in 2020, we have moved into products. So we are launching like good 10 plus products this summer. So stay tuned for that. So let's move on to the session. So I'll be in this session. I will be telling you the 5-step process for you to unlock your inner potential. Okay. So now the first thing is your mindset. You need a change in your mindset. You need to keep your mind open, but you should not keep your mind free, right? Keep your mind open, and any opportunity that comes in your path. It could be an internship opportunity. It could be participating in some co-curricular activities in your university. You can even take up unpaid internships, like I mentioned. So any opportunity that you come across, just go for that opportunity without having any thoughts about it. Now, why you need to do that? Let's say you take up an internship, or you take up a small responsibility in any co-curricular activity in your university. Now what happens is you will gain a lot of experience with that. Not only will you gain experience, but you will start interacting with a lot of people. When you start interacting with a lot of people, you will start building your network. You will create your own network, right? Now this is very important for you to understand, that as you need to keep your mind free, you need to keep it open, and you need to take up any opportunity that comes in your way. Now when you gain all that experience, when you start interacting with all the people with that who are present in that opportunity along with you, you increase your network this way. Now when you increase your network, what happens is you start enhancing your skill sets, or you start identifying your skill sets. Now it is very important for you to identify what you are good at. How do you identify what you are good at, right? Now the first 3 steps is about keeping your mindset open and free, getting any opportunity that comes your way, and taking part in it, gaining experience, interacting with as many people, and build your network that way. Now what you need to do is you need to evaluate yourself, right? So make a list of all the people that you have interacted in that particular opportunity that you got, right? Now it's not just that you would be participating in any co-curricular activity, or it could be an unpaid internship, things like that, but it can also be you yourself conducting an event. That is also an opportunity where you can gain experience, you can interact with people, and you can build your network. So let's say you start an event with a group of students, right? You're sharing your knowledge basically that you acquired in the past 1 year, or in the first year of your college, or the second year, or the third year, or in the final year of your graduation, right? Now you just conduct an event on any one topic, right? And take that as an opportunity to interact with more people, gain more experience, and to build your network that way. Now when you do that, when you keep your mindset free, you take up any opportunity and you start venturing into it, right? You always need to evaluate yourself. So make a list, open Microsoft Office, open Excel, and make a list of all the people that you have interacted with in that particular opportunity that you found out or you came across. Find out who all are going to be part of your journey in the long term, who are going to be in the short term, a one-off interaction, things like that. Just make a list. So let's say in this year, right, in January, if you have made if you have come across any opportunity and you have started interacting with students, or you have started any internship, stuff like that, you need to evaluate what you have done in the month of January. Put it down on in an Excel sheet, or put down the list of contacts that you came across. Write in a open Microsoft Word, write down what all have you achieved, what have you gained as in terms of knowledge, how you have enhanced your skill sets that you already have. Now when you do that every single month, you will understand that you are creating something you can something tangible for yourself. Now when you create something tangible for yourself, you're going to increase your confidence, and you're going to feel positive about yourself. And not only just that, you're going to create an environment where you will have your own community or your own network that will motivate you, and that will push you to achieving more, interacting with more people, exploring more opportunities, conducting more events, building your profile and things like that. Now you can obviously conduct events, or you can participate in any internship or any co-curricular activity. You can actually write down this experience on social media walls. Now don't do that on Facebook, because it is not really very effective, but you can do that on LinkedIn. You can check out my LinkedIn. It has a post on my experiences, and you can probably get an idea about that. I will also share my LinkedIn profile. You are free to connect with me, and if you have any queries, or if you have anything to ask, you may ask me. That's totally fine. Now, apart from just mindset and the opportunity, and how you build your profile, how you kind of increase your network, there is again there is a way to identify your skill sets and to tap into your inner potential. Now by that I mean that you will need to identify what you are good at. So it could be technology, it could be marketing, it could be operations, it could be finance, it could be design, it could be art, it could be any skill for that matter. All present in this particular in this particular session. I believe all of them have abilities, all of them are talented, and all of them are they have some skill set or the other. The only thing is you need to identify that skill set, match it with your area of interest. Okay, now let's say there is a student who is really good with marketing activities. There's another student who's good with just coding. There's another student who's good in music. There's another student who's just good in content writing. Right now, you need to understand that all these skill sets, right, all of these skill sets, they're basically not just you need to build on each of these skill set. How do you build on each of these skill set? Right, there is something that you're passionate about, something that you have an area of interest that you always were wanting to pursue your career in. Now take the first skill set that you listed out, right, and start working on that skill set. Working on that skill set is try to find out articles, try to find out videos, try to find out the people in that particular domain that you are interested in. Okay, now how do you do that? You just simply go and put a hashtag on LinkedIn and search marketing, for example, or search art, for example. Hashtag art, hashtag music. You will find out jobs, companies, you will find out people, you will find out articles, you will find out videos, you will find a lot of content for that particular skill set. Now when you start venturing more and more and connecting with a lot of people in that particular skill set, reading a lot of articles, watching a lot of videos, what would happen there is you start building on that particular skill set. Now if you are passionate about that particular skill set and that was your area of interest that you chose, right, you build your you choose that skill set, build it and match it with your area of interest. Do that for at least a year or two, and when you do that for a year or two, you will definitely understand that in your third year or in your let's say second year, you don't need anyone to tell you that this is what you need to be doing. You will start automatically working on it if that matches with your inner potential. So if that is your passion, you will not get bored for for venturing into that particular skill set. However, after let's say 1.5 years or 2 years, you kind of get bored or frustrated, or you don't feel like doing it, then again come back to step one. move on to the next skill set. So let's say in the first instant you chose let's say coding, and after 2 years you got bored of coding, or you don't want to debug and create and do all of that stuff. Then you can move on to your next skill set. Now your next skill set doesn't have to be the same as it doesn't have to be related to your first skill set. It could be anything else. It could be in art or music, or dance, or it could be in marketing or finance, whatsoever. But at least give some time to that particular skill set. Give at least a year to that skill set. See where it goes in that 1 year. Look at the connections that you build there, and then get back after 1 or 2 years on that particular skill set. Find out if you're able to pursue that particular skill set by matching it to your area of interest, and you're able to then tap into your inner potential. That is when you have this feeling that I am doing this out of passion. There's no one forcing me or telling me why I need to venture into the skill set, why I need to pursue my career here. This is all me myself wanting to do. Some material is in human resources, some material I've created on emerging technologies, I've created material on marketing, I've created material on evolution of tech stack. I did not do this all at once. I gave a good 1 year, 2 year, I gave a good amount of time for that particular skill set I was looking at. Now, when you also venture into your skill sets and your abilities one by one, you will understand whether you want to stick to one particular skill set or you want to stick to multiple skill sets. It all depends on how you are able to manage yourself. Um, and I believe that is not a challenge for me, because I kind of realized the fact that back in my childhood I could manage quite a lot of subjects, and back in your childhood you guys could also manage quite a lot of subjects which were unrelated to each other, right? So because history is not related to maths and stuff like that, so I tapped into that potential where I could manage multiple skill sets of mine and expand myself. Now this is just my theory, or this is just my experience that I wanted to share with you today. And yes, if you have any queries, you can post it in the group. I will answer your queries. We can have a quick Q&A, or we can have a quick Q&A now, and I can share a lot of information if we have time after that, or I think I will answer your questions in the Q&A. That would be more helpful for you guys.
If anyone has any questions, they can drop it in the chat, or if they want to interact live with us, they can raise their hand. I'll invite them on stage. Anyone? So I guess there are no questions as of now. You can continue if you have stuff on it.
Right. Okay. So, can you tell us about some emerging technology stacks? Okay. So, emerging technology is mostly technology that is not used extensively in the current market, or in 2021. However, this technology would be used on a daily basis or on a day-to-day basis, let's say in the next 5 or 10 years. Now, when I talk about emerging technology, I'm talking about artificial intelligence, I'm talking about machine learning, I'm talking about augmented reality, I'm talking about blockchain technology. There are loads of marketing tools which are used as emerging marketing techniques, right? So a little about what artificial intelligence is, for example. Now, artificial intelligence is basically data sets that are fed into an algorithm, and it would be fed in such a manner that the algorithm learns from the data sets that we provide, and then it would make a decision based on all the information that we give to the algorithm. It's a similar case even with human beings, that as we go by the years, we kind of increase our experience, we kind of increase our knowledge, enhance our knowledge, and we are able to make better decisions at a point of time. This is similarly, that's how machines are coded, and that's how the learning process in the machine is. Yes, to add on to artificial intelligence, where machines just make decisions, machine learning algorithms are part of artificial intelligence or just a supplement to artificial intelligence. And the case with machine learning is that you feed in a lot, you feed in again a lot of behavior patterns, user behavior patterns. You feed in a lot of information and data to the machine learning algorithm. The algorithm learns from all that data set and that information, and then it gives a prediction of what could be the outcome, right? What could be the desired output that you're looking for. Let's say you're for example, if you are doing a marketing campaign, right? If you're doing it for 1 year and then you provide all that information to the machine learning algorithm that you have created, this machine learning algorithm will learn the pattern of how you ran those campaigns, all the marketing activities that you did, and it will forecast and give you a prediction of what it would be like in the next 2 years if you continue doing the same thing, right? It would also give you suggestions and recommendations based on all the activities that you perform. So artificial intelligence is an emerging technology where the algorithm is coded in such a manner that it can make decisions on its own by the information that it has received. Machine learning is again an algorithm, yes, and that with that information that we pass on to the algorithm, it will be able to give you a desired output or a predicted outcome. Now there is blockchain technology, and blockchain technology is basically transactions recorded on a distributed ledger. Okay, now let's say you have bought an you ordered a juice, you ordered let's say some food, let's say you ordered some dessert. Now the first time you ordered something and made a transaction, right? Let's say for the first transaction was a juice, right? Now that is recorded on the ledger in the blockchain, right? And when you and it becomes a block. Now when you make a second transaction where you ordered food, right? Let's say you ordered pizza. Now pizza would again add on to the ledger, and now the second block that is created, right, that merges with the existing block. Now what happens with this, and just to make it more clear, when you make a third transaction, let's say you ordered a dessert, right? Now when you ordered a dessert, the third block that is created in blockchain. Okay, so the third block that is created in the blockchain, right? It would have transactions 1, 2, and 3. So the third transaction that is recorded on the ledger, it would have juice, pizza, and it would have your dessert, whatever you have ordered. Now, because all the blocks that are created in the blockchain are validated by miners, and they are also including information of the existing block, this makes blockchain very fast, safe, secure, transparent, and immutable. Because let's say you have 10 such transactions and you want to delete the record number 5 or transaction number 5, the algorithm is created in such a way that it will replace block number 5 because it is stored in the previous and the upcoming blocks, right? So that is about blockchain. So yes, these are some emerging technologies that I've been working in. They're really exciting because I know that they would be used in future, and they have a lot of applications. So also I would like to tell you about augmented reality and virtual reality, right? Now you might have seen many applications where you can actually project something, though it is not actually present there. You can actually project it by creating a mesh or an area where you can project that particular object. Now let's say if I've made a character and or a model like Batman, right? From my mobile I can just scan it and I can make a projection of Batman on my table. Though Batman is not the toy Batman is not available on my table, I can still project it. Now when I project it in that manner, then it is called augmented reality. Virtual reality again is where you can be in that reality, right? Now in augmented reality you're projecting something. In virtual reality you would be present along with Batman in a different environment and a different reality. Obviously it is not real, but it is an environment. It is just a virtual reality wherein you can enter into. For example, you can have an Oculus VR device, and if you create the code in such a manner and put it inside the Oculus device or create an application, then you can simply place the Oculus device and you can get into that virtual reality with a virtual environment and virtual characters. So that is augmented reality and virtual reality. This is just the basic. Obviously, there's a lot if you go in detail and in depth. Apart from that, you have there's one more thing called mixed reality. Now, mixed reality is basically you able to see the virtual objects or the virtual reality environment along with the real-time environment. So right now, me sitting here, if I have a mixed reality device, then I can actually see probably Batman right here with the device, and I can see anything outside the virtual reality as well. So this is what mixed reality is, where it combines the real world to the virtual world. And obviously, it is still under development, and it's an emerging technology. It is not out there, and people are not using it. Apart from that, yes, you have holograms, holoverse technology, and all these technologies that I just explained, they are into emerging technologies. So not currently used right now, but yes, at a later point of time, they will be used day-to-day basis. Yes. Could AI excel so much that Terminators? Okay, maybe you can get the answer from the movie Terminators. I'm not sure. So the question, I just see that AI, artificial intelligence, excel so much that Terminators would take over the world. Okay, I'll give you an answer to that. Now, what happens here is, um, in the case of we creating any robots, or we creating any, let's say, any artificial intelligence technology based software application, or a robot like Sophia for that matter. Now, you need to understand that all the information that we feed into the robot, right, it can make decisions based on those scenarios only, right? It cannot make any decision which comes outside those scenarios. It can make decisions on all the scenarios that you are showcasing to it or you're feeding to it, right? But the human mind keeps on evolving, right? And as a if we have evolved by evolved by all our experience, and all the new technology that we bring in, all the innovations that we bring in, right? Obviously, the artificial intelligence can learn to some extent, okay, but after that, at a point, they will need the help of humans to guide them. Okay, it is not like artificial intelligence can take over the world. I don't believe in that, because I feel that humans evolve every minute, every second, and they come up with quite a lot of innovations. I am an innovator in the UK. I have come up with so many innovations. Now, obviously, if I know that uh, there is a chance of anything that I create, it could overtake me, or it could be a threat, I will find out a way. I will figure out a way where I can counter that. Right? I will come up with something else which is much better. Now, I have shared some scenarios. For example, the with Sophia robot. Right? Now, there are so many scenarios that I have not shared with it. It's just like a new market, right? A new market or a new strategy that comes up for a new product. Okay, a new strategy, a new market, a new product. When you create this, the old products get outdated. Similarly, all the scenarios that I fed into the algorithm of any machine, right? It could get it would get outdated at one point, unless and until the machine is able to get access to all that information and my thinking process, right? There is emotional thinking, there's emotional intelligence. Then these are some things like which these are some things which will definitely take a lot of time for robots and like any artificial intelligence robot to learn. So that is where they will need our help. And yes, maybe if there is a threat or if they try taking over us and stuff like that, we will come up with something and we will fix it. Humans are evolving, and they are smart. They have been smart, they have been evolving, they have been innovating, and they have been solving so many problems right from so many centuries. If that is a problem that might come up, then we will definitely find out a solution and fix it. I hope that answered your question, Paras. Yeah. What are the technologies you suggest one should use? See, go ahead and start using LinkedIn if you don't have a LinkedIn profile, right? Go and start analyzing how that algorithm works. The more information you give, it is going to throw back all the information that you want to see. For example, let's say you search something about marketing, you connect with people about marketing, you read about articles, and you read articles and you watch videos about marketing. What will happen is, at a point of time, after a month or two, it is definitely going to throw back so much information to you related to marketing, and you'd probably be like, oh wow, that's really cool. How did it find out? It found out because you fed it with that information in the past, like let's say 1 or 2 months or 1 or 2 3 years, right? That is why you're seeing all that, because that is how the algorithm works. This is just the machine learning and the AI behind LinkedIn. You might want to watch the movie on Netflix. I'm just forgetting the name. So I think it's the Social Dilemma or something of that sort, or the Great Hack. If you watch this, then probably you would get an idea of how exactly an emerging technology works, right? So all that you keep feeding, all the information that you keep giving, it will make decisions, and it will give you all the information that you want to see or you want to search. That's the reason I was telling you that you need to connect with as many people. You need to share as much information as you want to. You need to share your experience. You need to build your network, right? Now, what are the other technologies? Okay, so you can start with LinkedIn. Obviously, there's quite a lot. You can buy an Oculus device. You can probably start transacting in Bitcoin. Once it is, if you don't have any issues, then you can obviously buy Alexa, which is again an AI. Which again is AI powered. You have a lot of gadgets, and you have a lot of products out there which have which use emerging technologies. And you can download applications which have augmented reality. Me myself, we are launching my game by the name Epico Regal, which has augmented reality in it. I'm launching the application Connect app, where students would be benefiting by performing bounty activities with companies. And I have created my own AI application, augmented reality application, and a machine learning algorithm. So yes, I mean, you can stay connected, and you can check out our products at a later point when we launch them. um, and hence enhancing its skills. Okay. Okay, I think I've answered all the questions. Is there anything else that you guys want me to talk about? Or if there's anything that you want to share, or then probably I can answer your queries. Arpit,
Yes, sir. Sir, I have a question on a personal
yes.
level. Sir, most of us basically are afraid to go for startups or start with something new rather than we opt for traditional jobs
Hmm.
to possibly gain financial security. That might be my reason for pursuing a traditional job or a traditional way of pursuing my skills. So, what do you recommend? If we have ideas, do we follow it straight away, or do we first make a base for ourselves?
So, Arpit, the first step that you need to take is make something tangible for yourself. Okay. Now, when you told me that you have ideas, and you're thinking whether you want to do it or not. See, I'm not going to guarantee anything saying that yes, if you start it, it's going to work. That's not how it works. You need to take the first step, and by the first step I mean create a presentation, create You go use, all of you in this group, kindly use Microsoft Office. If you're not using, use PowerPoint, use Excel, and use Microsoft Word. These are some basic tools that you have to acquaint yourself with and master yourself with. Write down a list of all the people you think are related to that idea. I'm not talking about those your peers, but obviously search on LinkedIn all the people who you think are related to that. Read about it and then write something about your idea first. What is it solving? How is it going to bring about a change? What is the pain point in the market, right? How are you going to fix that with your idea, right? You need to come up with these points and put them on a PowerPoint presentation, okay? And every month review it, find out what exactly you have learned in that 1 month about that idea, whether it would work, whether it would not work. You can come up with all of this, right? And when you put it in a presentation and every time you open it and see it, right, you will come up with maybe a single liner or a single point, right? You can add it to the presentation as soon as you come up with an idea or some enhancement or something of that sort. Now let's say you do that for a year. After a year, when you do that, you get back to me and let me know how you feel. Then you will get the answer to your question. But the main point here I'm making is that you need to start working on your idea by putting it into a tangible form where you can see it, where you can visualize it, where you can see it working. It shouldn't be like I'm just thinking about it. If you've been thinking about it since the past 5-10 years, then you're going to think about it for the next 10 years and you're not going to do anything about it. Now, whether it is a job or whether it is your own idea, right? What have you done about it? If it's a dream job, then how many people have you connected in that particular domain or field? How many articles have you read? How many videos have you read? Right? How many events have you attended? How many posts have you seen? How much have you written and how much have you learnt about it? Right? Only then you'll be able to secure that kind of a dream job by identifying your skill set, your area of interest, matching it with your area of interest, and tapping into your inner potential. Now you need to now if you have an idea, then what all have you done for that idea? Not thinking is not what you should be doing. You should put it into action. What's your call to action? How have you taken the first step for your idea? Have you created a 5-page PowerPoint slide, just the idea on the first slide, a thank you on the fifth slide, maybe 3 slides? What problem is it going to solve? How is it going to bring about a revolution or a change? What is the pain point in the market that you identified that triggered this idea in the first place? A 5-page, a 5-slide PowerPoint presentation is what you need initially, at least, so that you build confidence and you find out. After that, go and venture into that particular idea. Read more about topics, read more about the people who are related to that domain. Read, watch some videos, gain more knowledge. Probably discuss about that topic with your peers and friends. They will give you some feedback, they'll give you some suggestions. And at the end of the year, if you have like a good 10-page 10-slide or a 15-slide PowerPoint presentation, start presenting it to every single person you can. Present it to the people in your house. If they understand it, then probably you can it will give you some moral support and it will help you gain confidence. And all your friends, all the well-wishers, start pitching it to them after a year when you feel that, yes, I have given enough time. Don't just go out there and say, I have an idea. No one's going to listen to you. Nobody knows what your idea is and what it's going to do. You need to have it in a tangible form, showcase it to as many people, get feedback, keep on enhancing it. Okay? Yes, Arpit, is that clear? Or
Yes, sir, that's clear. Thank you very much.
okay.
Next question we have with this is, can you tell us more about digital marketing?
Okay. So digital marketing, now when you say digital marketing, it's all about online platforms. It's about online applications that you have access to. The first thing that should come into your mind when you say digital marketing, probably creating some posters, writing some content, creating some videos, and putting them on platforms like Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, creating a YouTube video probably. Now that's the social media bit part. Now if you talk about digital marketing, then obviously you have Google AdWords, right? You have SEOs, you have blogging, then you have like groups that you can create, right? You can build your community. So then you have paid campaigns. So you have quite a lot in digital marketing. Now, if you have anything specific that you want me to talk about, then yes. But if you just say digital marketing, then it's a vast topic, and I'll need a lot of time to explain you. There are loads of tools out there. You can explore. You can learn from those tools. You can see market influencers how they are doing it. And Mitesh, if you are really interested and you want to know about it, gather at least 10 students or whatever, and connect with me on LinkedIn, and coordinate with Arpit, and I'll conduct a session on digital marketing where I will only explain about digital marketing. But otherwise, in this session, because it's a general one, if you would want any particular topic that you want me to speak about, then you can ask me. Otherwise, it's a vast topic and I'm ready to speak about it, but maybe you should organize a question. You need to organize an event for that. Yeah.
Sir, also, someone
Yes.
told me to ask you one question.
Yes.
When we look forward to internships, so
Yes.
shall we settle for something which is below our skill set? Like we have a super skill set for that, but that is something we can gain experience for, or should we go for a bigger challenge rather?
No.
Like
Okay, for Arpit, what did you mean by smaller than your skill set and bigger than your skill set? How did
uh,
you judge that? How did you come with these terms?
like sir, supposedly I'm pursuing engineering and I have skills in web and app development, but I am also a content writer. So a company refuses to offer me internship in web or app development, but accepts me as an intern for a content writer. So should I do it or should I not?
Yeah,
Like
that's
I
what
do
I
not
told
consider
you.
it.
Right, right. So see, there is firstly the first point that I mentioned here was keep your mind open. Do not keep your mind free. This is a golden rule. Now you need to change your mindset. What you need to understand is no skill set or no, not skill set. I would say no job or no opportunity that you come across is small or big. You need to start somewhere. Okay. Now in my case, if you see, let me tell you in my case, just a minute. Okay. So in my case, when I came to London, right? Before coming to London, let me tell you my background. So I worked as a test analyst in TCS, okay, and I was working with JP Morgan Chase for banking and financial services. There I was a team member. Now after that, this was 10 years ago. I left the job and went ahead and did my UPSC preparation for a year and a half, and the pattern changed, and I was not interested in pursuing it. Much after that, I went ahead and did my MBA in finance and operations in Amity University. Right after that, I got a pre-placement and I started working with a company called eClerx, which is into financial services. And I was working for Morgan Stanley, and this time I was working as a process manager, assistant process manager, right, to be precise. Now, in my experience, you can see that I was a team member, and I was a manager, right? Now, when I came to the UK and I tried applying for jobs, I did not get into any job because they simply said that whatever experience you have in India does not count here, right? Now, I tried, it did not work, and I was totally open with whenever I get like kind of frustrated, I not that was way back in 5 years. So I used to start cleaning my room, and I used to just sort out things in my room itself. So when I did this particular activity, I felt good about it. Now, an opportunity came up in London where all my other peers, they were just doing part times, right? Now the thing is, in East, in all the Asian countries, India, the thing is that if you are a plumber, or if you are a carpenter, or if you are a taxi driver or whatever, you are looked down in the society. Here, the same thing. they take pride in calling themselves a farmer, or they take pride in calling themselves that they are a carpenter or a plumber or a taxi driver. There's a very big mindset shift that I observed, right, for even in myself. So I was totally open with whatever opportunity came, and that first opportunity when I came to London was me working at a souvenir shop. Now I cannot say that me working at a souvenir shop is a low job, or it's below my skill set or something like that. I just felt at that point of time that let me just venture into it. I can work for a few months, and probably I can gain experience. I can interact with people, and I can build my network. I did the same thing there, and it's a true example that the person who was working with me in that particular souvenir shop, not working, he was a vendor to that store. Now he's working and helping me with my business, right? So there is no job, or there is no opportunity which is small or less or whatever. Go for it. You don't have to stick to it. You don't have to finish end your life working in the same job. If that is not your inner potential, then obviously there will be an inner voice which comes up and says you're not doing the right stuff, right? At that point you need to leave it, venture into the next skill set, right? Whatever comes up, just take it up. It's okay if he's taking you as a content writer. Yes, you will gain from that experience. Use that experience later, right? You don't have to necessarily just say no, I'm an engineer, and this is what I am, so I cannot do. It's not like that. If you're getting a job at a call center, go for it. What's the harm? If you have 6 months for your company to call you and you need to go and work, just go and work. That is simple as that. If you're getting an unpaid internship, go and do that internship. You will learn a lot from that internship, right? And that will only add on to your skill set, your knowledge, your network, right? And it will increase your experience. You will not be the same person after the 6 months unpaid internship, or 6 months part-time job that you do, or some other skill set that you're venturing into. Maybe you come up with some innovative stuff in content writing itself. So maybe that's where your strength lies. You need to go into that skill set and identify it. You cannot just stay back and say, oh, this job is good, this job is bad, this skill set is low, this skill set is high. How do you evaluate it? You have not experienced it. You got my point?
Yes, sir. Yes. Also, sir, there's sometimes a confusion that where my interest lies. Like, am I actually good in this? So, should I be if I'm interested in something, should I be initially good at it? If I should be pursuing it, should I be good at it? Like,
No, you don't have to be good at it.
good at it.
You don't have to be good at anything initially. No one is good at it right in the start. Even for that matter, Elon Musk was not good at building rockets. He started somewhere, he failed 5 times, and then he convinced NASA and other people to invest with him. So the same way, if you think that is your area of interest, then go ahead and venture into it. At least show me that yes, I have given a year's time to that particular area of interest. And then if you're not happy, if you don't like it, if you don't think it's the right path for you, then get back to me with queries. If you have not ventured into it, and you're just, like I said, you cannot sit back and judge. You're not anyone to judge it until you have experienced it. Okay. And you cannot go by reviews or someone else telling you who you are. You need to find that out yourself, right?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Do we have any other questions from the audience? Anyone who wishes to ask any question can drop in the chat, or they can raise their hand. I can invite them to stage.
Okay, that's fine. If there are no other questions, then I've shared my LinkedIn profile as well. So those who would like to connect, they can connect with me. If you have any queries, if you want to conduct some sessions on some topics, then just find out who all are interested, and you can probably coordinate with Arpit, and we can conduct session on different topics as well. I can speak on technology, marketing, human resources, operations. We can have quick 15-minute sessions with Q&As and all of that. So I leave that to the students out there. You can decide and come back, and you can connect if you're interested. Otherwise, I think This is the information that I wanted to give, just share my experience. And I wish luck to everyone and thank you for your time for joining this. Hope this event was helpful for you guys and you learned from it. And I think we can call it off if we have no other questions. Yeah, Arpit? Okay, there's one question. Okay, thank you for the session. Okay.
It was a great session personally for me as well, and I hope everyone got their questions answered. Those who had any queries regarding what they want to become to unleash their potential, we'd love to
Right.
have you with us again, sir, if we come up with some demanding sessions, and I'll
Right.
more than happy to contact you on LinkedIn. Thank you so
Yeah,
much
yeah.
for joining us today, sir.
Sure, sure. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, have a nice one. Yes.
Yeah, and also everyone, thank you for joining us today. We are approaching MAKEATHON 2 days from now, 5th March, 5 p.m. There will be the inauguration ceremony of MAKEATHON 3077. Most of you must be joining us there today on that day as well. Our next speaker will be Mr. Saurabh Jain. He's the founder of Fun to Do Labs, and we look forward to having you there as well. Thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you.